Snow that's piled up in backyards is creating a new problem for some families, and it has pet lovers warning others to keep an eye on your dog. We just heard about a family searching for their pup after the snow in the backyard got so high, the dog was able to just step right over the fence and then walk away.
High piles of snow are also continuing to be a problem out on our streets. And until street crews can cut down snowbanks at intersections, police advise drivers to take extra precautions. Watch out for other cars and pedestrians. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. A lot of snowplow drivers around the FM Metro didn't have much of a New Year's Day holiday break. Many were busy overnight, including crews that were attacking snowbanks in downtown Fargo and also on private parking lots.
Plows cut back the largest piles, then relocated snow to big piles in the middle of the street, and then hauled it away in trucks to a designated dump site. One of the overnight projects was clearing the Radisson parking ramp right there. A small payloader pushed snow off each ramp level. Then a Bobcat driver would scoop it up and take it away to a bigger pile that would then get loaded into dump trucks.
It's now 8 minutes before 7. Let's get a check of our storm team forecast to see what we can expect as we continue to clean up.
Yeah, we're working on that and working on getting rid of that ice from yesterday. We had that this tough travel with the icing that happened with the freezing rain. That's all moving on. That storm system moving off to the east. We still have those low clouds hanging around in the valley, and those will continue to bring us some mostly cloudy skies here this morning. There's also a little bit of fog impacting our morning as well, but overall quieting things down for that first day back to work and school for a lot of us here. Here's a look at our temperatures. Nice and mild for January. We're looking at some numbers in the 20s to some low 30s in most spots. We're at 31 degrees in Sisseton. It's 28 in Fargo, 24 in Grand Forks. So really quite mild here to start off this morning. I mentioned that fog. The great thing about what we're seeing here is that this is improvement across much of the valley, eastern part of our viewing area especially. We were very low earlier on. Now just seeing some slight lowering and some improvement happening here as far as visibility is concerned. Our wind is light in spots, but in other places we've seen some gusts getting into the 20s. The wind is out of the north or northwest, and we'll see more of that happening today. Some moments where it eases up, and then times where we've got some gusts getting into the 20s. Here's a look at that hour-by-hour planner. Mostly cloudy skies and conditions that are relatively quiet compared to our recent weather. This is just a break, though, so enjoy it while you can. And just anywhere we see some clouds, just be aware that we're potentially seeing a couple of flurries under these clouds at any point in time today. And then heading into the afternoon, notice our temperatures not much different from where they are now. They may rise a bit into the low 30s in places like Fargo, getting right to that 32-degree mark. And then heading into this evening, this is 7 o'clock here on your hour-by-hour planner. We start to see our next chance for snow approach. That approaching from the west. We'll get there. We're looking at a chance for some snow, especially in our southeastern part of North Dakota. That area in our viewing area will be most likely, but you can see this could spread a little farther into the morning hours tomorrow. This is 5 a.m. tomorrow. We could have snow falling right in the FM area at that point, so this could impact your morning drive. And then in addition to that, the potential for some localized areas where we've got some stronger wind gusts. Into the rest of the morning hours tomorrow, we'll see that snow move away and we'll quiet things down, but not before accumulating. We could see about 1 inch to 2 inches of snow in some areas, not everybody getting that much. And then we get a break on Saturday. Into Sunday, another round of potential snow, especially Sunday morning, and active into Monday and Tuesday. And then we really cool things down to more January-like temperatures for next week. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. We are finishing up this hour on I-94. We're heading eastbound toward Minnesota. Now, the traffic flow is a little bit busier than it was yesterday, to say the least. Yesterday, around this same time on I-94, there were only a few vehicles in each lane as New Year's Day was kind of delaying things a bit, but now school is back in session, and it looks like that has definitely led to an increase in our traffic flow today. You see here on I-94, especially in the westbound lanes. In the westbound lanes, there's a fairly consistent lineup all the way down there. So overall, definitely give yourself a few extra minutes as these roadways start to get busy, because they're only going to be getting busier and busier as we get closer and closer to the start of the school or work day. One other constant that you're going to be running into no matter where you are here in the FM area is ice. The roadways are icy no matter where you are today. Now, overall, it's not quite as slick as what we saw yesterday when it first rained, but it's definitely still a factor, so give yourself a few extra minutes. We're going to keep checking out the roadways in the next hour on the Fargo CW, but for now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
A Fargo rideshare driver is accused of driving drunk after being turned in by his passenger. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says Mark Kella was arrested for DUI New Year's Eve night. The troopers pulled him over and tweeted a picture showing his blood alcohol content at 0.16, well over the legal limit for driving. Police gave the passenger a ride home.
A 70-year-old man is in custody after police say he robbed a casino worker by dousing a clerk with gasoline and threatening to light her on fire. It happened New Year's Eve night in Sioux Falls. The suspect was located by police at a nearby hotel. Talk about a New Year's treat for a South Fargo woman. She's pumped after getting her stolen car back. Bonnie Birch's apartment garage was burglarized a few days before Christmas. The thief took her car and all of the Christmas presents inside.
But after our whistleblower story aired, a Valley News Live viewer reached out to Birch's daughter to say they saw the stolen car parked at a West Fargo apartment building. Birch's car didn't have any damage, but the front license plate is missing. You have about 9 months to comply with Real ID in Minnesota so you can fly or enter some federal buildings.
Starting in October, airport security, federal courthouses, and military bases will no longer accept regular driver's licenses for entry. The Real ID is available through the state drivers and vehicle services. You can also opt for an enhanced driver's license. Sometimes it's a chore just to come up with a way to rework all those leftovers in your fridge. So we're helping you up your game today.
And the Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live this morning with more on how we can do that. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with family wellness dietitian Erin Walters. And Erin, after the holidays, people have a lot of leftover things in their pantries, cupboards, fridge, you name it, you probably have it. And one thing is that pumpkin puree. You've made a lot of pumpkin pie over the last few weeks, but now it's like, well, what do I do with that extra can?
Right. Well, what we're going to do this morning is we're making a pumpkin ginger smoothie. So we're going to take this delicious canned pumpkin that's chock full of nutrients and that good carbohydrate and everything you need to kind of get you started throughout the day. And we're going to add it with some honey, some coconut milk, and then in here we have some powdered peanut butter, some allspice, some cinnamon, and some ground ginger.
Powdered peanut butter. Why did you choose powder?
Well, with powdered peanut butter, it gives you that peanut butter flavor, and adds protein, but it's lower in calories and lower in fat. So you could use real peanut butter if you did want to up that fat.
And I know too, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I just know that when it comes to the seasoning and spices, I'll buy it for that one specific meal and then I'll never touch it again. So if you have a lot of extra stuff, this is a really good way, smoothies is a really good way to kind of get rid of that from the cupboard too.
It is. A lot of us will have spices that sit in our cabinet for years and we use them once a year. So this is a great way to pull out that pumpkin pie seasoning, the nutmeg, cloves, things that you don't get to use very often, or even, powdered beverage mixes, anything like that you can put into your smoothies to just increase the flavor and give it a little bit of a different taste.
It's a nice way to get rid of everything. We're starting a new year. You might as well clean out the cabinets and the pantry as well. And then you just blend this up and we'll have all these recipes up on valleynewslive.com.
Sounds great. I love it. Abby Furchner reporting live. Thank you.
Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. That question, almost 1/4 of us have one of these in our home.
Well, the room? The answer, a room that we don't use because of all the clutter. Interesting. Okay, one last check of our weather.
Well, things are looking up for us temperature-wise today, and it's quieter out there too. We're looking at conditions that are going to be snowy though tonight.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on right now on the